guys, my name's Chris, and right now we're having part 2 of the battle over Thanatos. So previously we had the Tau fight off against the Void Lions. The Void Lions became victorious and they managed to trigger the distress beacon to call for reinforcements. And unbeknownst to them, they also awoke a hidden menace. Hive Fleet Kraken is responsible for making the citizens of Thanatos disappear, and the interlopers to the planet have not gone unnoticed. If the Void Lions can manage to take out Hive Fleet Kraken right where they are, at the root of the splinter tendril, then the invasion has been staved off for now. However, if Hive Fleet Kraken can get 3 victories, cumulatively 3 victories, then they will have enough biomass to successfully call in reinforcements and the whole system is doomed. So it falls on our brothers and the Emperor, the Void Lions, to take out this menace, this Xenos filth. And yeah, this is just basically a death match. They've got to exterminate every single last bug. We'll see how it turns out.
Hey guys, General here, back at the Strife system, aka Chris's house. And I brought a detachment of Void Lions for today's game. So leading the force, I have a Chaplain, the Jump Pack. He's going to have a Corsius Arcanum and a Bolt Pistol. I have 2 tactical squads, 1 5-man squad, and 1 8-man squad. The 8-man squad is going to be deployed in the drop pod here that has the Deathwind launchers. For elites, I have the 10-man unit of Vanguard veterans, and then I have, for fast attack, I have 10 assault marines, and I also have 3 inceptors. And that's my Void Lions force.
Alright guys, on my end, I've got a battalion detachment. On the far side, we've got 15 Gene Stealers, a 10-man unit of Gene Stealers, a 13-man unit of Termagants with Flesh Borers, a Lictor, Zoanthrope, a Broodlord, and making their debut on the tabletop, 6 freshly painted Hive Guard. We'll see how this turns out. Can they take this planet?
Hey guys, so in my deployments for the Void Lions, half of my army is in the sky. The Jump Pack units are in the sky. Drop pod hasn't been deployed yet. So on the table I have the 5-man unit of tacticals in this building right here. I have the Inceptors here as well, and then in the building right here next to them I have the Chaplain.
Alright, so on my end I've got my 6 Hive Guard are deployed over here. I've got 4 infestation nodes accordingly spread across the battlefield. My Broodlord is deployed in the very center. That way he can be relatively close no matter what node my Gene Stealers come out in. Neurothrope to the far left, and Termagants are parked over here on the side as well. That's my deployment. So turn 1 movement, the Hive Guard moved forward, went into the shadow of this building, but not quite. Everybody else pretty much stayed stationary. On the Void Lions end, we've got a drop pod that dropped down very aggressively, fired at the Hive Guard, and managed to inflict 2 wounds onto them. They failed a charge by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, super close.
And we've got scepters here. We'll see what happens turn 2.
Alright, so the Void Lions, after failing that charge from the drop pod, they fired into the Hive Guard again, wounded, and then they charged into the Hive Guard. Unfortunately, in close combat with the Hive Guard, they did not wound anyone. However, one Marine was wounded in the close combat that ensued. And that's pretty much it for the Void Lions. Alright, so the Tyranids decided to send their lictor to our deployment zone, and he charged into the Void Lion squad. After the close combat, one Void Lion was killed, but a few wounds were taken off of the lictor. Over here, we're still in combat. The Void Lions are still in combat with the Hive Guard. It's pretty much a back and forth. However, a Marine was killed in this conflict as well. Now, the Assault Marines have dropped down from the sky, and so have the Vanguard veterans. The Inceptors have moved forward 10 inches, and the Chaplain has also hopped from this building to this building 10 inches.
Alright, so this turn, what's happened is the Tyranids moved up after they previously deployed. They did very poorly on their advancing. We have a Void Lion that just died. He fell, house rules.
Yeah.
If the model falls, you're dead. So there's a back and forth going on here between the Hive Guard and these Marines, and they're just whittling away at each other, but General is doing a really good job of tying me up in close combat, so I'm unable to shoot. We had lots of bolter fire going into the Zoanthrope, the Neurothrope, pardon. They just inflicted 2 wounds onto it, and on the far end of the field, there used to be a lictor here. The lictor did manage to take out a couple of Marines, but in the end, they got him, and that's it.
All right. So in this turn of combat, the Assault Marines moved from up here down here. Chaplain, he called down an orbital bombardment, and it killed some of the Gene Stealers that were in this unit, which sent down that unit. And then, after all the shooting was done, the assault squad charged into the terminals and wiped them out. And the squad over here, the 2 Marines over here, are still in close combat with the Hive Guard. They are in that fight. And that's about it. That's really about it. These 2 Marines who are in the back, they just moved. Alright, so in this turn of conflict between the Tyranids and the Void Lions, these 2 Marines are still in close combat with the Hive Guard, but one managed to be wounded. There was an assault squad here. It's no longer here anymore because of the Broodlord, which slaughtered them all. The Inceptor was killed also by the Broodlord, who moved from the slaughtered assault Space Marines and then consolidated toward him, killed him. Here we have the Tyranids fighting the Vanguard veterans, and no one died. Actually, no. They killed 1 Marine, and the Marines could not kill any more Gene Stealers. And Chaplain jumps from this building to face the Neuranthrope, and they didn't move each other at all. So these Marines also moved up and advanced for no reason, just to try to get a little bit closer. And that's what happened this turn. Okay, so in this round of conflict between the Tyranids and the Void Lions, the Marine that was with the Sergeant of this squad has been killed, but the Sergeant remains. The Chaplain remains in close combat with the Neuranthrope, and the most action happened between the Broodlord and the Assault Squad. Now what happened was, the assault squad, the veteran assault squad, had moved from this building to this building, and charged the Broodlord in slaughter in close combat. So that is what has happened this turn. Okay, so with the Broodlord gone, there's only 2 more units, or 3 more units, that have an actual threat toward the Void Lions. So what happened was the Vanguard veterans raced this way. They raced into the building here to get some cover from the Hive Guard. Now the Hive Guard decided to disengage from close combat with this Marine, and the Marine actually just rushed back into close combat and actually killed one of the Hive Guard. So now they are still locked in close combat, which means they can't shoot at the approaching Void Lions. Now, the Neuranthrope also disengaged from close combat with the Chaplain, but the Chaplain moved forward, shot at it, didn't wound it, and then got into close combat. It removed 2 wounds from the Neuranthrope, and with its Crozius Arcanum, and that's it for that turn.
So after a lot of frustrating movement and running away, down here we had what used to be a unit of 5 Hive Guard, and somehow 1 lone Void Lion, 1 Marine took out 3 basically in a single turn.
Yeah.
Over the course of a turn. But he got deleted when he charged again, and they overwatched and got him. On this end, the Neurothrope managed to inflict some mortal wounds onto the Chaplain. However, he took the Neurothrope down, and the Assault Marines have moved up. They're trying to get this victory. The only thing that the Void Lions need right now is to eliminate these 2 Hive Guard. However, it's going to be difficult because they don't need line of sight to hit. So we'll see how that turns out.
Alright, so the Void Lions that were part of this Vanguard veteran squad, they charged into the remaining 2 Hive Guard and slaughtered them, thus clearing the table of any Tyranids. Void Lions victory.
I just want to point out there's only 2 Void Lion units left on the table too.
Yeah.
It's a very close game.
Very close. If we had not have slaughtered the Broodlord over here in this conflict, we would not have made it over there because he would have slaughtered us. So awesome. So that means that this battle in the Canticles of the Void Lions chapter shall be called the Scouring of Thanatos.
Oh, nice.